In this tutorial, we're going to be going over the chapter Sales Tax and VAT. And I know that many of you would be having a problem with VAT, especially. It is tricky, and I think the way that it's given in most of the books in those flowchart forms can be a bit confusing at times. So I'm going to try and teach you in my own way. But first, the sales tax. And in this chapter, I know VAT is the main part you're going to be concentrating on, but don't forget about sales tax, because I think that's more important when you think about your exam. It carries a lot of weightage. So first, the basics. Sales tax is denoted by ST, something called mark price. Mark price is also called list price, which is LP, and that is basically what you call the original market price. What is the mark price? Mark price literally means mark price, as in on the object, whatever you're buying, what was the price marked as. Now, discount. I'm pretty sure you've done this in middle school as well, how to find discount. So for discount, you're always given a percent, like 10% or 20%, like that. And to find out the, say there's a discount of X% on the mark price, what you do is, to find the discount, all you do is X upon 100, because it's a percent, so you get rid of the percent and put 100 underneath and just multiply it by the mark price. All you're finding is that, take X to be 10% now, so it'll be 10 by 100 into mark price. All you're finding is that if you divide mark price into 100 equal parts and you take 10 out of it, what will you get? And the same way, now if you want to find out, this is for discount, if you want to find out the discounted price, just put an MP outside and then just minus this whole thing, X into MP by 100. I'm pretty sure you all know this already. So if you expand this, you'll get something. Take the LCM, you'll get a nice formula, but there's no need at all to learn it that way. It's common sense, and I'm sure you'll get it. Also, now there's the main part of the chapter, sales tax, which we denoted as ST. This is also given as a percent. It's always given as a percent, just like discount. So if you look at it, when you have, let's give an example of 10%, say X% over here. So if you look at it, say you have 10%, let's look at discount first. You have something that you're buying for 100 rupees. Your discount will be something. Now you buy something else for 10,000 rupees. It's obvious that the 10% of the 10,000 will be much more than the 10% of the 100, which is why it's given in percent, because you can't really say that the discount on every object should be 100 rupees, because then you'll have certain objects which are worth 50 rupees. I mean, you can't give a discount of 100 on that. So that's why you have all of these values in percent. Same goes to sales tax. You can't say you have a sales tax of 5 rupees, because say you're buying something for 1 rupee, your sales tax will be like 5 times its actual value. Then if you buy something for 10,000, it's going to be very, very minute. So it's always a percent, because then it's relative to your mark price. So that's discount done over here. Now to sales tax, exactly the same. To find the sales tax on a certain object, again you do X by 100 into MP. It's the same thing. The difference comes when you want to find out the final price. So now sales tax is something, tax is anything, any value that you add to the original price. It's like an additional price you pay, while discount takes away a certain amount. So it's obvious again that instead of MP minus X into MP by 100, here you'll be doing MP plus whatever comes over here. So again, I mean, no need to write these as formulae and learn them or anything, because I'm sure you could just write them down and get them in the exam as well. So I'm going to erase this now and just move on to one important point before I do just one sum on this topic. Okay, so there's one more concept, one more rule I need to tell you about before we move on to solving a few sums, and that's that when you have an object and it has both sales tax as well as discount, it has both are percentages, of course. Now we take it, at least over here in math, as we first find out the discount. This comes first. Once you get the discounted price, D here, discounted price, then you add the sales tax on it, and then you get your final price. In some cases, if you take them in any order, it won't make a difference, but in other cases it does. So you should take D first, discount always first, get the new price, the mark price, the discount on the mark price, subtract it, get the new price, then take the tax on that. Don't do it the other way around, that you take tax first and then put discount on that. So just remember D first. There's no, it just come with practice, you'll remember it on your own. So D first, then sales tax. So now that's it. In under sales tax, there's nothing else. Going to do one sum, which is from a board paper. Have it ready here. Okay, so this is it. It's ICSE 2007, and I think you can safely assume that you'll be getting something like this in your exams as well. This is how the question will be if it comes at all. Dinesh bought an article for rupees 374, which included a discount of 15% on the mark price and a sales tax of 10% on the reduced price. Find the mark price of the article. So this is what you have to find, mark price. Let's just put that as rupees X. Or actually, if it'll make things clearer, I think I should just denote it by MP throughout, so you'll know the context that we're talking about. Okay, so he bought the article for 374. Just remember the cycle that I just told you. You have mark price, find discount, get the new price, or that's also, I said DP, discounted price, get the sales tax, add it, and this is your final price. In this case, we've been given that the final price, what he paid for, is rupees 374. Now let's just put in the values. Sales tax we've been given is 10%, discount 15%. So these we just have to work our way backwards. So now DP plus the tax, the 10% tax, is equal to 374. So DP is equal to 374 minus 10% tax, and the 10% tax, you can just write this whole thing as 374 minus 10 by 100 into this tax over here. Remember, it was on this DP, so the 10% of the DP, let's put brackets here, 10% of DP. So you can cut these out, so you get DP by 10. So let's continue this here. So what you really get is that 374 I don't know why I took the 10 to the other side. Sorry for that. I'm taking it back now. So you could write this as dp by 10 as I just said. So 374, take this to the other side, is equal to dp plus 1 by 10 dp. Take the LCM and you get 11 by 10 dp. Cross multiply and you'll get, I'm going to take out the calculator to save time. You shouldn't do that. You can pause it right now if you want. Solve it. So it's 3740 divided by 11. And you get rupees 340. Now rupees 340 is this. So you can write the value here if you want. Now this is the discounted price. And the discount is 15%. So I think I'm going to make space now. I don't have space to continue. Let's leave the cycle here. Okay. So 340 is your discounted price. Now since it's a discounted price, it means that your MP minus the discount was equal to this. So then that's 340. Now MP minus the 15% discount. Now the discount is on the MP itself. So minus 15 by 100 into MP is equal to 340. And so if you take the LCM now, what you will get is 100 MP minus 15 MP upon 100 is equal to 340. So 85 MP is equal to 34000. Now again calculator, just take the 85 down and you get rupees 400. Now I've used MP as a variable just so you know what variable we're talking about. It makes things clearer, but I suggest you don't do that in your exam. Just take X to be safe. And you don't really have to draw this cycle or anything. Once you start doing the sums, you'll see it yourself. You won't need to do this each time. There's just, if you're doing this for the first time, just puts a little extra clarity in it. That's all there is here. Uh, and this is a board question. You can see how short it is. It's pretty easy to visualize the cycle here. So the only very important point is that which one goes first, and it's discount first, and then on the discounted price you take your sales tax. Now I'm out of time, so in the next tutorial I'll be covering that all important bothering topic, which is VAT.